September 7th, 2018, New York Fashion Week. An event all about glamour and high fashion turns into the backdrop for one of the most infamous brawls in hip-hop history. Suddenly, a red shoe comes flying through the air, thrown by a furious Cardi B straight in Nicki Minaj's direction. But that shocking moment wasn't the start of their war. It was the explosion of years of quiet tension, shady insults, and public backstabbing. So what really led to this? We're about to break down the full timeline. From the first subtle jab to the vicious attacks that reveal the real reason why Nicki Minaj and Cardi B hate each other. To understand how a rivalry between two of rap's biggest stars could spiral into a physical fight at a fashion party, we have to go back to the beginning. The world of female rap has often been treated like a kingdom with room for only one queen. So, when a charismatic new artist from the Bronx started a massive takeover of the charts, the industry immediately began pushing a story of conflict. The stage was set for a clash of titans, and it didn't take long for the drama to start. In the summer of 2017, Cardi B was an unstoppable force. Her debut single, Bodak Yellow, was a cultural phenom, a runaway train that climbed all the way to #1 on the Billboard Hot 100. She was the first solo female rapper to do that since Lauryn Hill way back in 1998. With her raw personality and authenticity, she was grabbing the world's attention. But in doing so, she was also stepping into a territory that, for almost a decade, had been ruled by one woman, Nicki Minaj. Almost right away, the comparisons started. Every interview Cardi did, she was asked about Nicki. Every move Nicki made, fans picked it apart for a reaction to Cardi's rise. The pressure was on. The first real signs of tension started bubbling up on social media. Rumours flew that in March 2017, Nicki Minaj had liked an Instagram comment that called a Cardi freestyle "Dumb A bars." While Nicki never confirmed it herself, it was the first piece of evidence that fans on both sides latched onto, signalling a quiet rivalry was brewing. Things got even more heated in June 2017 at Hot 97's Summer Jam. During her set, rapper Remy Ma, who was in a nasty beef with Nicki, brought out a lineup of female rap icons and rising stars, including Cardi B, to perform the classic UNITY. Right after, Remy launched into her brutal Nicki diss track, Shether. To many people watching, Cardi being on that stage looked like she was choosing a side, and it wasn't Nicki's. Even though Cardi has never said it was a direct shot, in the chess game of hip-hop, how things look is everything. The battle lines were being drawn, whether they wanted them to be or not. In October 2017, what should have been a huge moment of unity became the feud's biggest turning point. The Migos track, Motorsport, featuring both Nicki and Cardi. On paper, it was a brilliant move. A collab between the reigning queen and the hottest new star. Both artists publicly shot down any rumours of bad blood. Cardi told Complex, "I feel like people just want that drama because it's entertaining," while Nicki tweeted that men in the culture simply refused to let it go. But when the music video dropped a month later, fans spotted something immediately. Nicki and Cardi were never in the same shot together. The rumours went into overdrive. The situation was made so much worse in a now infamous interview. When asked about the song, Cardi explained that when she first heard it, Nicki's verse was different. She said, "When I heard the track, her verse wasn't finished. It's not the verse that is out right now." To most, this sounded like a harmless, if awkward, explanation. But to Nicki, it was a huge sign of disrespect. Months later, in an emotional interview with Zane Lowe, a tearful Nicki explained her side. She said that Cardi's comments deeply hurt her feelings. "The only thing that Cardi did that really hurt my feelings was the first interview she did after Motorsport came out," Nicki said. She felt that if it were the other way around, she would have been singing their praises and saying thank you. Instead, she felt Cardi's explanation made her look bad. Nicki also revealed the song was originally just for her and Quavo of Migos, and she was the one who approved adding Cardi after Quavo asked. She felt blindsided and unsupported by both Cardi and Migos, who she said let the negative story run wild without ever defending her. This moment cemented a core theme of the feud: feeling disrespected and a failure to show genuine love. After the Motorsport fallout, the Cold War got a lot hotter. While both rappers avoided saying each other's names, their music turned into a battleground for fans to pick apart. In August 2017, even before Motorsport, Nicki had a verse on London on Daytrack's No Flags, where she rapped, "Lil Butch, I heard these labels trying to make another me." Everything you getting, little hoe, is 'cause of me. Fans immediately thought this was a shot at Cardi, though Nicki denied it on social media, claiming she wrote the verse months before Cardi blew up. Similarly, Cardi's feature on G-Eazy's No Limit got fans buzzing. Her line, "Can you stop with all the subs?" B. Och, I ain't Jared, was seen by many as a direct message to Nicki. Again, Cardi denied this in an interview, saying she had beef with plenty of other people. But the denials didn't do much to calm things down. Every new verse was scrutinised, every social media post analysed. The two artists were now stuck in a cycle, fueled by their fans and the media, where every move was seen as an attack. They weren't just two artists anymore, they were two generals in a war of words, and the pressure was building toward a fight. The question was no longer if things would get physical, but when. And then it happened. We're back to that night at the Plaza Hotel for the Harper's Bazaar Icons party. According to people who were there, Cardi B, wearing a stunning red Dolce & Gabbana gown, aggressively approached Nicki's group. The scene erupted into chaos, with shouting and shoving. In the middle of it all, Cardi took off her red platform heel and threw it toward Nicki's entourage. Security jumped in, and Cardi was escorted out of the party, barefoot, with her dress torn and a visible lump on her forehead, an injury reportedly caused by a member of Nicki's security, Ra Ali. The celebrity world was stunned, but what could have pushed Cardi to that point? In a long Instagram post just hours later, Cardi laid out her side without ever naming Nicki. She accused her rival of trying to mess with her career and spreading lies. But one line revealed what truly set her off. "But when you mention my child, you choose to like comments about me as a mother. Make comments about my abilities to take care of my daughter is when all bets are feeling off." Cardi, who had her daughter Culture just 2 months earlier, felt a sacred line had been crossed. Nicki stayed silent for a few days before addressing it all on her Queen radio show. She was furious, embarrassed, and made her denial crystal clear. "I would never talk about anyone's child or parenting," she declared. "It's so crazy to me that people always need to make Onika the bad guy. I am not a clown. That's clown shit." She accused Cardi of building her career on sympathy and payola. With Cardi accusing Nicki of attacking her family and Nicki firing back, the feud had entered its most toxic phase. It was no longer about rap, it was about personal honour, with an accusation so serious that it seemed impossible to come back from. After the infamous shoe incident, there was a short-lived truce in October 2018. Both artists agreed on social media to keep things positive and move on, but that peace didn't last. For years, the rivalry mostly stayed a cold war, fought through subtle disses in songs and fan-fueled drama online. Then, in early 2024, the conflict blew up again. It was reignited not by a direct fight, but through a proxy war involving Megan Thee Stallion. After Megan released her song, Hiss, which contained the line, "These hoes mad at Megan's law," many saw it as a shot at Nicki's husband, who is a registered sex offender. Nicki's response was fast and brutal. She dropped a diss track called Bigfoot, a scathing attack on Megan that also contained what many believed were jabs at Cardi B. Cardi didn't wait long to fire back. A little over a month later, she released Like What? Freestyle. While she never said Nicki's name, the lyrics were widely interpreted as a direct response. She rapped about haters linking up and mocked someone for being obsessed with her on their own birthday. A line fans immediately connected to Nicki's social media. The battle had officially moved from event balconies to the Billboard charts, with each artist using their music as a weapon. By late 2025, the feud spiraled into a toxic war on social media. In a series of now-deleted posts in late September 2025, the fight reignited, reportedly over the release and sales of a new Cardi B album. The exchanges became deeply personal, with both artists making vicious comments about each other's partners. The conflict even dragged their children into the orbit of the drama, taking the rivalry to a shocking new low and proving the animosity was deeper and more personal than ever before. This beef has split fan bases for years. So after hearing the breakdown, whose side are you on? Do you think the industry created this rivalry, or was a clash like this always going to happen? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into music's biggest rivalries. So what's the real reason Nicki Minaj and Cardi B hate each other? It isn't just one thing. It's a toxic mix of factors, starting with an industry that loves to pit successful women against one another. It was fueled by professional jealousy and the pressure to be the one and only queen of rap. The motorsport incident added a heavy dose of perceived disrespect and betrayal, setting a tone of mistrust that was never repaired. But the point of no return was the Harper's Bazaar party and the accusations that followed. When the fight crossed the deeply personal line into family and parenting, it turned from a professional rivalry into genuine, raw hatred. Those attacks didn't just stay in 2018. They came back even more viciously in recent years, proving these wounds haven't healed. The hate is real because the insults got personal. With both women still at the very top of their game, the question is, can two queens ever share the same throne? Or is this a war destined to never end? What do you think happens next?